about 5-10 minutes if you saw a couple hours ago. And he was riding out the storm, had full power generators. He was ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, he was so prepared. He's been here for 40 years, had gone through Hugo and mentioned Floyd and the comparisons and his concerns. Also, so another person local to the area who understands the threat that a hurricane can bring and why it's so important to be prepared, but also kind of making his own judgment and the fact that he could safely make it to Waffle House tonight, the one place that was open in the area, for one last meal outside of the house, because he also realizes that we could be in a situation where you could be stranded at home because of flooding or with no power, that type of thing. Gas stations could be closed for a while. Who knows, really, once we get into the heart of the wind and the rain coming our way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things all play out. Of course, just some wind right now down here at the boardwalk. All is calm right now. I know our friends in North Carolina right now have just been pounded on the coast there, so we're hoping they're all staying safe. I know a lot of people have already lost power there, but we know the Florence is coming down this way, and it's probably going to happen in the wee morning hours and into Friday morning.
We're going to wrap up here in just a moment, but one of the things, speaking of the coverage, we know how powerful Florence is and what it's doing to North Carolina, and we know it's headed our way. And so we, as local television stations, the reason we're continuing our coverage, we just want to be sure that people out there get that constant flow of information about exactly where Florence is, whether meteorologists, and also get a feel from folks like us out in the field about how things are in the area. We know that the Weather Channel is out there, but we know that nobody covers the area like a local TV station. And so we want to be sure that you're getting that information that is relevant with context to this local area from people who live and work in this area, instead of leaving it to the national networks to cover it. We are a local station. We want to cover our community like nobody else can. And that's why we continue the coverage throughout the day and throughout the night.
Of course, the best coverage, of course, up and down the Grand Strand in the PD and also in North Carolina as well, too. Crews everywhere today, tomorrow, through the weekend. We'll have you covered throughout the entirety of the storm.
And so far, it's been an enjoyable experience. We're happy to be bringing you that information. We'll see how things go tomorrow. We'll be continuing our coverage through Saturday for sure, or at least through Friday and into Saturday, I should say. And we'll send it back to you guys there in the studio. I'm Brandon Herring for News 13.
And I'm Chris Parks. Take care, everyone.
I got to say, we've got the best reporter teams out there. They've been doing fantastic for the past 24 hours. Check out these pictures. This is from just north of Wilmington in North Topsail Beach. Wow, that's incredible. Considering, we're doing relatively well right now. To see those pictures, it's a little scary.
It's a spot that I think a lot of people have been focusing on, actually, as the storm was coming in. And you see it's still light out there.
I know.
And that's what they were dealing with. So,
that storm
add
surge.
a few more hours, add a lot more water, and we can just imagine what things are going to look like in the morning.
Speaking of great reporters, News 13's Brianna Fernandez has moved from Marion County. She's now in Florence. She just posted this update to our Facebook page.
Hey everyone, News 13, Brianna Fernandez. I am now in Florence, where a lot of people have been coming in at the gas station. As you can see, there is last minute people coming up and filling up their vehicles. Not so much wind here or rain. People have been telling me that this is one of the few gas stations that are still serving gas. So if you're definitely looking somewhere to come, we are located right now on Irby Street here in Florence. I'm going to show you guys again people, filling up last minute before Hurricane Florence makes landfall. We can just see 3 people have pulled up right now. This was pretty busy just 5 minutes ago. A lot of people left and 3 more people pulled in. So as you can see, we're going to see this throughout the night, and hopefully there'll be some more gas tomorrow. We'll cross our fingers. But yes, if you're looking for gas here in Florence, it's on Irby Street and it's called Marquette. So yeah, we'll keep you updated as the day goes by and also as Hurricane Florence makes landfall. So I'm reporting here in Florence, Brianna Fernandez for News 13.
All right, now let's get an update on conditions from Wilmington, North Carolina. Courtney Zubowski has the latest.
We are in Wilmington, North Carolina, where conditions are deteriorating fast. We have seen squalls of driving rain, strong wind, but what most people are concerned about is the storm surge. Could be up to 13 feet high where we are right now. You see just behind me, the power is still on. Those people are fortunate. We've heard of widespread power outages. Between 3 to 4 million people could lose power for days, possibly weeks. At this point, the people People in Wilmington, where we are staying inside, and that's where they should stay, because at some point during the height of the storm, first responders won't be able to get to them. Courtney Zabowski, CBS News, Wilmington, North Carolina.
And here's a latest look at some of the peak wind gusts we've seen so far. Again, obviously the higher gusts up in North Carolina there. We saw a nice strong wind gust up in Lumberton with a heavier band that moved through earlier. We've only seen one rain band move across our area, dumped a lot of rain in a short amount of time as it made its way through, and also brought some very gusty winds. As you see there, a gust of 55 miles per hour in Lumberton. But since then, conditions have been relatively calm, especially in our inland counties. Obviously, conditions starting to worsen along the Grand Strand here, especially north of Myrtle Beach. We're starting to see those tropical storm force winds, especially getting into the low 40s even up in Little River and across the border as well.